When did someone think they were the main character of a movie? This happened a couple years ago when ChatGPT wasn't a thing yet. So my students were taking a test when I noticed one kid staring at his lap. Now maybe he was deep in thought, maybe he was contemplating life choices. Or maybe, and this was the more likely option, he was pulling off the world's worst cheating attempt. I slowly walked over and stood right next to him. He had no idea I was there. I watched as his thumbs moved at record speed, typing something into his phone like he was disarming a bomb. Then I tapped him on the shoulder. He flinched so hard he almost launched his phone across the room. I looked down. Google was wide open. He just stared at me, frozen, like I had just caught him plotting a heist. Then the excuses started. I needed my phone to talk to my dad about a family emergency. Oh, for sure, dude. That's why I literally just watched you type answers to chapter 5 test. I took his test and started walking to my desk. This should have been the end of it, but no. He decided to turn this into his Oscar moment. He followed me to the front of the room, pleading forgiveness like he was on trial. Please, I need this grade. This test is my entire future. I ignored him. That's when the villain arc started. You're a terrible teacher. All right, now we're getting dramatic. You're ruining my high school experience. Okay, dude, it's a math test. You're not the star of a movie. And then he pulled out an insane threat. My dad works at the school board. You're going to get fired. Oh no, not the imaginary school board, Dad. I stared at him. I laughed. I handed him a detention slip, and he snatched it out of my hand like I had just destroyed his entire life. And guess what? I never got